How many of you have ever been so mad at your parents or your sibling or your boyfriend that you felt like you could lash out in a fit of rage? Remember that feeling of anger and frustration. Now, you might think that these disorders, oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder, are characterized by that same feeling of anger, but that is not exactly the case. Oppositional defiant disorder, otherwise known as ODD, and conduct disorder, otherwise known as CD, are characterized as disruptive impulse control and conduct disorders. They are characterized by anger, defiance, rebellion, and lying, more so than the average child. Though at one point or another, most children experience these behaviors to some degree, ODD and CD show ongoing patterns of uncooperative and defiant behavior. Their responses to authority figures range from indifference to hostility, and children with these behaviors frequently impact those around them, including teachers, peers, and family members. It should also be noted that oppositional behaviors should be distinguished from the disruptive behaviors associated with ADHD, which occur as a result of inattention and hyperactivity. ODD and CD occur often as a result of an underlying problem. Oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorders are classified in the DSM-5 in the category of disruptive impulse control and conduct disorders. All of the disorders in this category involve problems controlling behavior and emotions and recurring behavioral outbursts or aggressive impulses that the person is not able to control. So what are these disorders, and what's the difference between the two of them? Children with oppositional defiant disorder often lose their temper and are quick to argue. One of the cornerstone behaviors consistent with oppositional defiant disorder is the deliberate annoyance of others. In addition, those with oppositional defiant disorder often blame others for their mistakes or misbehaviors and behave in an angry, resentful, spiteful, and vindictive way, more so than the average child. On the other hand, children with the conduct disorders are likely to lack respect and regard for others, be aggressive towards other people and animals, be physically violent with other people and animals, bully and intimidate others, willfully destroy property, steal and lie without feeling bad about it, be truant frequently, and run away from home frequently. In addition, oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder exist on a spectrum, but escalation is not a given. It is also permissible to diagnose oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder together. As you can see with this diagram, there are three main differences between the behaviors exhibited by those who have oppositional defiant disorder or conduct disorder. And these are the presence or no presence of physical aggression, whether that aggression is directed towards authority figures or toward everything, and the violation of others' rights. So someone with conduct disorder is not only pushing against the control that others exert on them, but tries to control others. So I know you may be wondering, what do these disorders look like? What does a child with oppositional defiant disorder or conduct disorder look like? How do they behave? So next we are going to take a look at this video of someone I'm sure you guys are all familiar with. This is Danielle Bergoli, otherwise known as the Catch Me Outside girl, and we're going to take a look at this video of her on Dr. Phil.
Everything has to be Barbara Ann's way or no way. She'll go after me.
God, bitch!
Like if I tell her like hit me, she'll try to hit me and I gotta like dodge her. Cause if she hits me, I'm giving it to her. I'm pretty violent. I mushed her in the face cause she wouldn't get out my face. Either I'm breaking down her door or she's breaking down my door. I don't stop till I start seeing dents in the door.
Cause I knew what I was doing, you did it.
She's so over-exaggerated. But she'll be like, oh, she threw boulders at my window. The pebble's like this little. She'll threaten me. If you don't do this or that, then I'm gonna call your PO.
You got one more time to hit me, Danielle. You got one more.
I ran out 4 times in one day. And the cops brought me back every time. She wants me to be sent away. You want me in just as bad, put me in jail.
So tell me what you think you're doing that contributes to this chaos and this problem.
I don't behave, I'm disrespectful. I steal cars. I steal her credit card. I ain't gonna lie, there's no reason to lie. Everybody know already, like.
what do you say to yourself that gives you the right to take somebody else's car?
I'm finna be sliding. You mean? That's what makes me want to take the next bitch car.
What now? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Are you speaking English? Do you have an accent of some sort?
Tell them where it comes from. You know.
From the streets.
Oh. Okay, so tell me again, what is it you say to yourself that gives you the right to take somebody else's car?
I don't say anything to myself. I just say, all right, there's a car. There's some keys right in front of me. I know where the car at.
You know where the car at. Did you go to the 5th grade? No, I'm asking, how far did you go?
Well, I stopped at 7th if you want to get technical.
You stopped at the 7th grade. So you did go through the 5th grade.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was just curious. Okay, so you just take it and you don't consider that it belongs to someone else?
No. Your keys in my room, you asking for it. You don't leave your keys in someone's room when they've stolen cars before. Like, you asking for it.
So what do you think is going to happen when you happen to steal somebody's car that disagrees with that and decides that they're going to drop a hammer on you and prosecute you to the full extent of the
Then
law?
I do my time in jail. Jail ain't nothing. That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Yup. And all these hoes laughing like something funny.
She's talking about the audience, that they're laughing at her.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes?
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Catch her outside and she'll go outside and do what she has to do. That's what she's talking about.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah,
is
okay,
all,
yeah.
This is all, but don't you see that this is all mouth? This is mouth.
Oh,
Do you want to take this outside? Because I think they can bring cameras outside.
Really? Because I think I flipped you.
You want to do it again?
Danny, don't get all tough. Please don't. This is not the place and this is not the
sit
time.
down.
Sit down.
All right, then.
Sit down.
Flip me now. Come flip me now.
So what causes oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder? The causes of disruptive behavior disorders are currently unknown. However, the disorders are thought to result from different factors working together. These factors are as follows: heredity, or parents with mental health issues, parental substance abuse, ADHD, a mood disorder, schizophrenia, antisocial personality disorder, if the child was rejected by their mothers as infant, if the child was separated from their parents or received poor foster care, if the child lived in poverty, witnessed domestic violence or substance abuse, if the child had family problems, or was physically, emotionally, or sexually abused or neglected, if the child had low birth weight or had suffered neurological damage, if the child had low IQ. In short, there are 3 general causes for these disorders: the environment, the genetics, and the biological/medical problems that are experienced by the child. As you can see in this diagram, there are many different factors, both internal and external, that affect whether or not a child will develop oppositional defiant disorder or a conduct disorder. Some of these are maternal factors, such as smoking, alcohol use, drug use, and stress. Some of these are familial factors, such as conflicts and maltreatment and low socioeconomic status. And then some of these are genetic factors, which have to do with the temperament and personality of the child. Some risk factors that are associated with ODD and CD are that males tend to be at a greater risk for developing these disorders due to both the social norms concerning empathy and gender-specific hormones, such as testosterone. Females with these disorders tend to be underrecognized because of this. Deviant peer relationships present an added risk factor as delinquent children often consort together, which this helps to perpetuate the effects of oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder. And early onset, as with most mental disorders, indicates a more severe case of the disorder. Oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder rarely travel alone. As I mentioned in one of the earlier slides, it is permissible that oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder are diagnosed together. This actually happens quite a bit. In addition to that, 50 to 65% of oppositional defiant children also have ADHD. But again, as I said earlier, it's important to determine which symptoms, which behaviors belong to each disorder, so you're not misdiagnosing the child. 35% of these children develop some form of affective disorder. 20% have some form of a mood disorder, such as bipolar disorder, depression, or anxiety. And 15% develop some sort of personality disorder. Now we will begin to talk about the onset and diagnosis of oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder.